Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. I cannot wait to get started with you guys. This has been such an amazing event so far, and I just cannot wait. I cannot wait to get started. So today, and I know Lace, I think she did the crown chakra, which I am so happy to. I'm so happy that she actually did that. That's the Sahasrara chakra right here. So, as I go through this, I am actually going to be going through all these chakras right here. And I think this is probably the best way to present them. So, let's get started. I know that Lais actually did a she did a presentation, and I actually couldn't figure out how to do it here. But that's okay. Show goes on. And I'm going to be presenting with this tapestry right here. So, who is ready to get started? I know I am. Um, okay, so the chakras, and I kind of want to start out by saying the chakras are all about your energy centers. There are over 200 energy centers in your body according to Reiki. And I actually follow the Hindu version. If you guys don't know, the Hindu version of the chakras are actually, there was originally five in the Upanishads. If you don't know, that's an ancient Vedic text in Hinduism. And there were five, and there was actually no solar plexus, or there was actually no solar plexus or like a crown. There was actually a heart chakra, and it was actually right in where the solar plexus is, which is it's very strange, right? So that is actually how we got started, and we eventually have these chakras right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about how each of these chakras actually work in your business. So when we talk about chakras, we're talking about energy, right? There is actual scientific evidence that there is um, energy. Energy actually does move within your body and actually affects the way we do things in general. So, hi, Abigail, how are you? Thank you for all of this, by the way, Abigail. It's such an amazing, amazing summit that you have here. So the the chakras have there's a thing called fascia in your body, and if you there's a girl that like explained this so perfectly on TikTok. I actually found a TikTok video on this a while ago. There is fascia in your body, and it's literally made up of energy. And do you want to guess? Does anybody here want to guess where fascia perfectly lines up in your body? Does anybody want to guess? I'm going to give like, you know, um, a couple of a minute or two for you guys to respond. Anybody want to guess where fascia is the most concentrated in your body? Mm. And if you have guessed the chakras, which is right here, you would be correct. There is an actual textbook that comes up where the fascia aligns the most concentrated, and it perfectly aligns with the chakras. Chakras is all about energy, and it was very much proven inside your body. So that is how that's and it's so fascinating with the fashion and everything, how it all lines up, and it's a perfect example of how science and spirituality come together. So it's so fascinating because we really have chakras coming into our daily lives all the time. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to kind of use this as a teaching tool right here. So we're going to start off with the Muladhara, what I like to call the Muladhara chakra. And that is the root, Muladhara. That's the Sanskrit saying for root chakra. Root chakra is all about the base. It's if you've ever heard of Maslow's like hierarchy of needs, this is what I would like to call the survival chakra. So it's your basic needs, your safety, your survival, it's everything that you need to survive. What makes you safe um, in your body? So when we're talking about safety, security, and when we're talking about, you know, your your safety and your security and what you actually need to survive, we are talking about your basically everything in your business that regards to your money. Anything that revolves around, so your income streams, your revenue, your clientele, your audience, your offers, right? So when we're talking about your needs, your need to survive and your survival, that's what this is all about. And in your business, that often reflects who you are marketing to or who you are, what your offers are about. In your business, you have like three things. And if this is blocked, and this is how you can tell if your root chakra is blocked, your muladhara, um, again, right here. How you can tell that this is off is that, of course, big thing is that if your income streams aren't consistent month to month. And I'm talking about service providers here, service providers like your months and levels, all that stuff. However, when I'm talking, we can also talk about, your audience. If you are changing services, if you are changing your, product levels, which I know a lot of us have done it, especially after the pandemic, we will often like see a change in our, in our audience like if we evolve all the time as business owners, right? And we will sometimes see a change in your audience and all that stuff. So if you have a change in your audience, you will often have a change in your offers, and those two are very much connected. And that is actually what will cause maybe a revenue stream, a revenue block, or just even people just not wanting to really buy like at the rate that you're used to. This is how you can tell. You can tell by, looking at the spreadsheets every month of your revenue and all that stuff, or you could just tell if like your audience is just not resonating with your message anymore. So that is a root chakra block. And we often do that by using we often like see that when, if we go into our mind's eye and we can see like we go and scan our body, which I am going to do later on, is a body scan. And if we go into our bodies and we see the root chakra like is not as good and it's not as stable, it's not as, we see like, the revenue is coming down, it's like, oh my God, we have like a panic attack, right? And they're like, how am I going to make money like this month? There's that stress, there's that anxiety, right? There's that stress, there's that anxiety, there's that fear. Root chakra is all about fear. When it's blocked, we often experience fear and anxiety. So that is what this is all about. And how do we heal this like really in our business? And so we go into the next stage. Now we know like what this is, what our block is in our head. What do we do about healing it? So we heal this by, like recognizing these blocks, first of all. And then we actually dissect our audience. So like, let's say, for example, you used to be a, yoga teacher, for example, and now you want to go into life coaching. And the two do connect because yoga and life coaching, like that kind of, it's all like mind, body, and soul, and you can easily integrate it. But the audience is not the same. Some people just want to have a yoga class with you. This actually happened to me recently because I used to be a social media agency before. I used to do social media for other people. And I don't really do a whole lot of that anymore. I now coach, and a lot of people, they still come to me. I used to do so much marketing for my social media agency that I still like get people now like saying like, hey, I actually got somebody this morning. I got somebody this morning like asking about it, and I'm like, no, I don't do that. And that's the thing, switching your audience is a root chakra issue. Your audience is the root chakra issue. It's the Muladhara issue. So that's what this is about. It's about changing the audience. It's about letting people know, and we're going to get to that when we get to the throat, the Vishuddha chakra, right there. So now that we've figured out, like, okay, how do we switch our audience? The messaging is all about like the throat chakra right there, but how do we do that through the root? It's all about letting go of fear. Letting go of fear and letting go of what you thought could have been possible in your business. It also affects your income stream. So there's a lot about mindset and abundance right here. There's all about mindset and what could be possible in your business. There's so much talk about this is one way to do business, this is another way to do business, this is like all this way to do business. That's not what it is. That's not what, there's so much more that's possible. So getting rid of limiting beliefs in your head and working on your money mindset is going to be key in delivering what your offer would be and what your offer could be and eliminating what is possible. So what an affirmation. There's an affirmation I kind of want you to go through. And of course, if you do have a notebook, please feel free to write this down in your notebook. I eliminate any thoughts of lack in my body. I eliminate any thoughts of lack in my body. Just write that down, and I swear, write that down every day. And of course, call upon your guides, call upon whoever you need to call upon, but just ask. And I swear to you, if you ask, you will get, and you will get back in abundance. So do that. And then, of course, let's do the money mindset thing. If you want to manifest money, and this is a great one. Again, I'm sure everybody on here has talked about this at some point. Manifesting money is really about entering into the abundance of energy, entering the abundance of what you need to enter into abundance of that energy. It's all about giving that energy, right? So you need to be in that energy. And it's not about like spending $10,000 and trying to get that back. That's not what it's about. It's about being that person. It's being about in that energy of that person that can give 10,000 and getting that back. So there's a ton of ways you can do it. And one of the ways I like to do it is I like to step into that person. I have an avatar of a person I have in my mind of who I want to be, who is next level Supriya, who is next level, Abigail, who is next level Solar, who is next level Anika, who's next level that person. Have that avatar in your mind and keep becoming her and keep being in that vibration, in that energy. A vibration doesn't always have to be money. It has to be a vibration. So, and I believe that's what Abraham Hicks also says too. If you guys are fans of Abraham Hicks, which I'm sure a lot of you are, if you're in this group, you are a fan of her. So that is So that is really what root chakra is about. It's about clearing that energy of lack. It's a clearing that energy of scarcity. It's that clearing that energy of competition, which is what we're going to do. Get here into this sacral. Sacral, otherwise known as Savastana. Savastana chakra. Sacral chakra. This is what I like to call the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies. So we all have both energy. And in business, this often looks like your creativity. And it's your ego too. A wounded masculine often looks like aggressive, being, aggressive energy. It's very overly aggressive, and a woman and feminine is often, just doing the most from themselves, giving too much. Also known as the heart chakra too, but we're going to get that into that later. So the sacral chakra in your business often looks like a wounded sort of energy. There is like some sort of creative block within you. And in business, this often looks like your offer not being too niche enough, not being niche enough or not being too niche enough. So your sacral is all about how creative can you be and how often you can stand out with your offer. So there can be a million people out there. And as we're talking about competition, I don't believe in competition, as I'm pretty sure most of us don't in here. I always believe in collaboration over competition, right? Collaboration over competition is everything. It's everything. Collaboration over competition is everything. And when you are in competition with somebody, it's presenting, again, an abundance. Again, like a lot of these chakras, they all connect. They're not in a vacuum. They all connect. So if you often have a sacral chakra block, there is something going on with the root right there. Because when you're in a lack mindset, your sacral is thinking, how can I be more competitive? How can I be more like this? Instead of acknowledging that there's enough for everybody right in here. So, but that being said, how creative is your offer? What is going to make you you and stand out? If it's just you, then great. Bring your energy and put it forward, and the right person will come to you. Right? And again, this is something I've went through with my own business. I was in such lack mentality. I was like, oh my God, I have to compete. Oh my God, like somebody did this. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Instead of just always thinking there's enough for everybody. And I can just make my offer stand out on its own. So, but also being more creative in your flow, being more creative and opening up and having that creativity just flow inside of you to make yourself stand out naturally. Sorry. To make your offer just stand out super naturally. And that's what this is all about. Making your offer stand out so naturally that everything just comes to you. Everything will come to you when you stand out so naturally and just be you. Human design does play an element into this because, and I'm a manifesting generator, and this whole talk is not about human design, but I'm a manifesting generator, as I feel like a lot of people are. A lot of us don't like doing those cold pitches. A lot of us don't like doing those, cold DMs, cold pitches, and all that stuff. That doesn't work with a lot of us anymore. And the reason being is because we're not built for that. A manifesting generator is not built for that. And if you operate through the sacral, you have to be a little bit more responsive, creative, creative, and balance that divine feminine and divine masculine together and have it go like this, and have it be about the masculine with the business talk, but then be the feminine with like a lot of that soul and a lot of that heart and grit. I believe you can be both. So there's that, like having that offer stand out enough so you can manifest through those gifts and those things naturally. So that is what the sacral is about, and there's so many ways you can heal it too. You can heal it by just relaxing, having that inspiration, going to the beach. Oh my God, like a lot of us who are very spiritual, like connect with nature a lot. So grounding your feet, going for a walk in the, in the woods, the forest, or even on the beach, like grounding yourself in the sand, and then closing your eyes. And this is exactly what I did. Okay, this is exactly what I did when I went to Tulum, Mexico. I walked on the beach there, walked on the beach, meditated, got a lot of sunburn. Got a lot of sunburn. But I feel like I still have it. I went there last year. I still have it. I got a lot of sunburn doing that. But this is how I came up with the idea for business chakras. And this is how everything kind of lifted off for me. Because I was in a clear state of mind while I was getting grounded. I got grounded to a place where I was just I had my head up here and it just led me down there, and I'm like, "Oh yeah. This is what could happen. This is what could happen for me." So, that is what happened. I was able to bring myself down and like, this is so simple. Why can't I do this? So, and that's how I activated the sacral. And that is how you can activate your sacral too. Take, if you can take a weekend off, if you can take like a month off, however many days off you can need. If you really don't have that time to take off, spend 10 to 15 minutes a day just walking around in your bare feet on grass. And that is what is going to ground you and creative energy. And then just do a pose. You can do a pose if you want, but just do a pose where your sacral chakra is completely exposing. A lot of women too, we create through our sacral. We have like all of this energy through our womb, right? So there is that magic of our cycle. And, we can also talk about like the moon cycles and how that works for our sacral as well. But creating through the womb space, creating through all of that, having that moment where you want to create content through that, where you want to create all that stuff through that, just doing it throughout, your cycle, your cycle, your period, and everything through that sacral chakra will be very beneficial. So when you balance your divine feminine and divine masculine energies and healing those wounds, whether it's a wound where you're too masculine, you're being a little bit too in your masculine energy rather than in your feminine, or vice versa, having that grit in you of the masculine and having that emotion in you of the feminine, just bringing those two together with your sacral chakra and then having that creativity will open it up a lot more, so your offers stand out. Your business and your offers stand out so much more. So having that, healing that, doing the sacral chakra meditation where you just hold your hands below your belly and speak into it, Vam, just have that. And then asking your guys, how can this offer be more creative? How can I stand out just a little bit more? How can I bring this into a nice pretty package to my audience? That is how we do this, right? So, vam into our sacral. As we go into our Manipura, which is this chakra right here, the Manipura, that is the solar plexus. And solar plexus is all about your confidence, your worthiness, your self-esteem. And what does that have to do with your business? What doesn't that have to do with your business? Your self-esteem, your confidence is everything in your business. It is literally everything in your business. It rules your sales, it rules your pricing. Okay? Rules your sales and pricing. If that chakra is so unbalanced, if you're not confident in yourself, if you're not confident in your pricing, if you're not confident in your sales, and when you go on your sales calls, guess what? You're not going to be confident anywhere else. Okay? You're not going to be confident anywhere else. And you're not going to, and it really, there's a lot of shadow work that goes on too with your chakras as well. This one is a very common one for women. Very common. One that it's the one that when I do all my chakra readings, a lot of the time it's the lower chakras that are always blocked, and it's also the throat, and we're going to get to the throat in a second. The lower chakras, it's almost always all blocked. And the Manipura is very much blocked, and that always is because of the confidence. I don't have confidence like in selling my prices. I don't have confidence in selling what I have. Like I want to price it too low because I don't have the confidence that I can actually bring all my deliverables to the table, right? Or if you have a product and you want to package your products with something, I was like, I want to add more and I just want to get price less so I can sell. No. Be confident. Be confident in your pricing. Be confident in who you are. And be confident on the sales call that you can actually deliver. Because you know your worth. Right? You know your worth. You know who you are and you know your worth and you know what you can offer and bring to the table. Right? You can bring that to the table and what you know how to do. Manipura chakra is all about, in your business, it's all about who you are and who you bring to the table and the confidence you have behind it. And Manipura chakra is always blocked if you don't have a lot of sales calls or if you can't deliver. Remember, 1 of 3. If you're not selling 1 out of 3 people on your sales calls, and it's almost like a dirty word, like in the spiritual community, sales. Oh my God, selling. But you are a business. At the end of the day, you are a business. You can be a heart-centered business and have a lot of heart at the end of the day. Thank you, Ruby. You have a lot of heart. And you can sell, but you are a business. And you can sell at the price that you want. And that's the Manipura chakra. And you'll know it's blocked when you're not predicting your sales, which is root chakra, but if you're not selling at the rate that you are. You know you can. That's a Manipura chakra block. How you can heal it. Inner child work. Inner child work is how you can heal it. Because this is confidence. Manipura is all about confidence. Where is that confidence coming from? Where is that low self-esteem coming from? It's coming from somewhere, and it's most likely coming from your childhood. Who is that girl? And I know I'm speaking to a lot of you here. Who is that girl that was told that they couldn't do something? They couldn't do something and your confidence was knocked. That's something I want you to do when you're writing out in your journal. The Manipura chakra. Who was that girl that had that lack of confidence? and who made you have that. And it's usually someone close to you. Sometimes it's a family member, sometimes it's an old friend, sometimes it's your teacher, your school teacher telling you you're not good enough for this, and you haven't, and you had a flute lesson, and you did really horribly and you thought you did well and knocked your confidence down. That's usually where it all stems from. And then you might have been bullied, all that stuff when you were younger. Guess what? It's showing up in your business now because you haven't healed it. So we need to dig deep and figure out where that was. By the way, inner child also plays a part in all these chakras too. So, how to heal it? Go back and reparent that inner child. Reparent that inner child. Go into a solar plexus chakra meditation with the seed chant, and for 15 minutes, go into your mind's eye, breathe, put your hands on your solar plexus, and then imagine yourself as that little girl. As that little girl, imagine the first time that you've ever felt like your confidence was just crushed. And then go back and just reparent. Speak so clearly to that child that you are worthy, you are loved, you are everything that you need. And I swear to you, do this every day for like 21 days. Journal it all out in your journal. Journal it. Put it all into your journal and then see what comes up. Because I swear to you, there's going to be things coming up every single day in your journal. And then after that, and then of course you could do it for as many days as you want, and then think about how are you pricing yourself in your business, how are you doing all this stuff, and then as you go on, see how your sales calls go. Because I promise you, you'll start showing up differently in your sales calls. And of course, I could talk about objections, how to deal with objections, how to deal with all this stuff, how to deal with everything else. I could teach about all that stuff, and handling objections, like some people say that's unethical and all that stuff, like handling objection. I'm just like, yeah, okay, if they have an objection, okay. Like, you can't do a whole lot, right? When somebody says, oh, I don't have to do this, because that's their unconfidence, right? And you have to be a job to convince them and everything. We're in 2022. We're not in 2002 when all those tactics worked, right? But you can, and of course you can read every single book out there about sales and all that stuff. Listen, I did that. I did that. I read all those books and everything. It really comes down to being so confident in yourself and having so much conviction. And this. Because once you start to heal that on that level and put that energy inside of you, that loving energy inside of you, that love, you'll be able to sell a lot. That's what this chakra is about, Manipura. It's about that. It's about the loving nature and putting that confidence back into your inner child and putting that confidence into yourself and into your business. And then, of course, delving into all the sales topics. What are you currently selling? How are you selling it? What are you figuring out the pain points? All of that stuff comes later. Pain points. What are their pain points? Are you asking the right questions? Are you asking the right questions on the call? And of course, I'm talking to a lot of service providers here, but when you're selling your product, are you talking about how is this going to solve their problem? And where are you selling it and all that stuff? How are you solving their problem? And of course, if they grow with and then be so confident saying like here's what it is. Here's what I have to offer. Here's what it is. Here's what it is. What's the price? All this stuff right on the call. Right on the call, no proposal, no nothing. There's no proposal, there's nothing. Or if you have a physical product, here's the price of the book, here, take it. Done, done, done. And of course, if you do market yourself correctly, again, we're going to do that in the throat chakra. If you do market yourself correctly, you are going to get people just signing up. And that's how Manipura chakra works. So we're going to go into Anahata, heart chakra, Anahata. And Anahata is all about the empathy, the compassion, love, empathy, compassion, everything. Most of us, I would say 99.9% of us who are watching this and who are viewing this and who are right now, you are a heart-centered business. Now, an imbalance in a chakra is too much or too little of something. A lot of heart-centered businesses, we're called heart-centered businesses because we give a lot. How many of you are considered like givers? Raise your hand. How many of you are considered givers? Hand raised right here. Right? Hand raised right here. A lot of us probably would actually consider ourselves empaths too. Empaths, clairsentience, heart-centered. How many of you are guilty yet of answering emails at 12 in the morning, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, a DM, an email, something along the lines of your business? How many of you are guilty of doing that? Yeah, exactly. That is what is called an imbalanced Anahata, heart chakra. And Anahata is all about, how much you really give to people. And the heart and the compassion that you give to your clients, to your customers, to whoever you're serving. How much do you give? And where is that boundary in your clients or your customers? Are your clients or customers calling you after a certain time? I'm obsessed. Yeah. How many of you are writing everything down on how much, where is your boundaries with your clients in your contracts? Can they call you after a certain time? How many times are they allowed to call with you? Is it going to be a 15-minute call? Is it going to be a 20-minute call? Where is that in your contract? I can tell you a lot of people have issues, especially a lot of heart-centered businesses. They have a lot of issues with setting that boundary with their clients. And of course, you are who you attract at the end of the day. This is law of attraction right here. Who you are, the love you give to yourself is who your audience is and how your audience will react to you, right? If you are crossing boundaries with your clients, if you are crossing your own boundaries with your clients, if you are answering that email after 12, if you're answering those DMs after, 2 a.m. or whatever, you are giving the go-ahead for that client to do the same, for your customer to do the same. You're giving that go-ahead. And especially if you don't have it in your contract, you're giving the go-ahead for them to do that. So what do you do? Right? Invoices, that's another thing. How many invoices do you send? Right? How many invoices do you send to your clients before they pay? Are they paying before the service? Are they paying after the service? Or if you have a product, are they paying like right then and there? Are you accepting payments like right then and there? Also, root chakra issue. Just so you know, anything financial is root chakra. So how are you, do you have any systems set up? Are you giving them a grace period? Are you giving them a grace period, right? If you're giving them a grace period, how long is that grace period? If they haven't paid. I used to do that all the time, give people grace periods. And then after a certain time, I have to refer them to the contract. Like, hey, you're supposed to pay like this time. And then I had to stop continuing working. I had to stop working until they paid. And of course, they would eventually pay. Right? So, and that's what the heart chakra is. It's about the love that you have for yourself and the love that you put to your clients into your business, but it's also the boundaries that you have to set. And you will know it when people start crossing the boundaries. That's also heart chakra. How do you heal it? How do you heal the heart chakra? Heart chakra and how you heal it, it's all about giving that love to yourself. Love to yourself and giving that self-care, that self-motivation, that that love to yourself. Because it is law, we are working with a little bit with the law of attraction here. Love you give for yourself, others will give towards you. The respect that you have, the everything that you have for yourself, it's going to come back to you. So, love that you have for yourself will be for your clients too. So, yum. That is the seed mantra, yum. Breathe in. I want you to breathe in, breathe out. Yum. Chant it. Yum. 5 times. Yum. And then say, I have love. I have love for myself. I have love for my clients. I set boundaries as needed. And that comes from a place of love. Do that meditation. And then, of course, write in your journal. Anahata. Write in your journal. After it's all done, write in your journal. What comes up? How are you going to lay out your contracts? What boundaries are you going to set with your clients? That is also how you heal that heart chakra. And of course, if you want to do an inner child meditation, do the same thing. Yum 5 times. And then go back to where you did not feel loved as a kid. This is a little bit deeper. It's a little bit deeper work. It can bring up some painful memories, so I don't suggest this as a beginner. But if you want to do more advanced work, that is more advanced work to heal that inner child. So you do that, and that is how you heal it. and you will get clients that will want to work with you. So, moving on quickly now to the Vishuddha Chakra, right here, throat. Oh my god, it's like I'm choking myself. Vishuddha Chakra, hum, that's a seed mantra to that. Vishuddha is all about your throat, and you guessed it, it is about your marketing and communications and your brand messaging. How does your brand fit? And with your, how does your messaging fit with your brand? And are you marketing that brand on social media, on your email, your text list, your website, everything else, email marketing? Where are you currently doing it? And how is your messaging going out there? Is it consistent? Is it consistent with everything that you do? And if it's not, and if you're having a lot of trouble finding that voice, it means that you're afraid to probably speak it out. Your voice, and this is another one I see, by the way, whenever I do chakra readings, this is another one I see that's really blocked. Because there's not a clear cut voice, there's not a clear cut audience, there's nothing that's super clear cut. It's all about putting these chakras, your root chakra, everything together, your audience, all that together in one, and then packaging it out and pushing it towards your audience. How is that happening? And if you're branding and your branding colors and everything, that's not consistent, nobody's going to get that within you. So this is all about like brand psychology and everything. How do those colors fit with your brand, and how is it working, and how's your sales page looking? Everything goes together. Right? Everything goes together and they flow together and everything flows together. Once everything flows together, your audience can like speak it and know it and refer you whoever you want. And speaking comes through your voice, right? So podcasts, speaking engagements, everything, working on that throat. That's how you work on the throat. Speaking to your audience as well. That works with a lot of heart-centered business owners. Speaking your voice, speaking to your truth to your audience. So when you have that, your throat chakra, when you have all those elements, you have to put it together. And how do you heal it? Is working on your message. What do you exactly want to speak out into the universe? And putting that all together, creating it. And you can also use a coach and all that stuff to help you create this. And of course, you can do this on your own. Who do you resonate with? What brands do you resonate with? What are their colors? What do they look like? How do you speak? Who is your avatar person? Mine is Olivia Pope. I love Olivia Pope. I love Olivia Pope from Scandal. Like, she is a badass. I absolutely love her. And that is what is now my business, the Spirit Digital. The Spirit Digital is about, being a badass, but being like that person, combining divine feminine and divine masculine together and creating something that is powerful, and using your voice, your words, however you like to communicate. It's not always through a written text. It's not always through, a voice. It might be through, it might be through a conference like this. It might be through something else. So you have to figure out what works for you. And the best way to do that, again, is through a throat chakra meditation. Breathing in, breathing out. Hum, seed mantra hum. Hum, 5 times. Hum, on the throat. And then asking the universe, how can I speak my voice into the universe right now? And then keep asking that question, how, universe, tell me, how can I speak my voice into the universe? And if you're an automatic writer, I'm an automatic writer. I've had that gift for a long time. I'm an automatic writer. Speak that voice, write it out. Universe, tell me. And then, and if you're a dreamer, you'll get a dream of being on a podcast like I did. I literally got a dream that I was on a podcast, and that literally got me into podcasts too. So whatever the universe wants to transmit to you, it will. And again, do the same journaling session, saying asking like what my voice is, where does my voice speak into the world? How do you want me to speak into the world right now? And then just write what comes up. Start writing that. And some people aren't writers too, you can also just do a meditation, just ask, and keep asking. Right? You can also do muscle testing too. I almost completely forgot to tell you guys about this. Muscle testing. Rub your hands together like this. And then do muscle testing. Link your fingers together like that. And then ask like a simple question to the universe. My name is Supriya, my name is Supriya, my name is Supriya, my name is Supriya, my name is Supriya. And then it should lock in for yes. My name is Peter, my name is Peter, my name is Peter, my name is Peter. And then it will unlock for no. You can also do it like that too. So ask the questions that you want about your voice and then write it down, and then keep doing that for yourself. Keep doing that, keep asking those questions, and then you'll start to notice your throat opening up. We only have 10 minutes left, so we're going to get to the third eye chakra right here. Third eye, between your eyebrows, intuition, ahana chakra. I love the ahana chakra. The ahana chakra is all about your intuition. It's all about how well you can predict your outcomes of your clients, the outcomes of yourself, and how much you can actually predict in your business. Is this client going to be working for you? One way I actually figured out how to do this for myself is I actually just began looking at pictures. I started developing my gifts, by the way, when I was like 12 years old. And I actually went in and like did all this stuff with my clients when I was a lot older. And I started meditating and everything, started using the amethyst crystal. Amethyst, by the way, is great for the third eye. And I actually loved doing that I love doing all these intuitive exercises. So if you want to use the intuition, do those exercises, you can. Use tarot cards, whatever. But I actually love looking at the eyes of the picture and seeing what they are telling me. Eyes of the person, of who I want to work with, who I want to collaborate with, who I want to do things with. I love to look at their eyes, and they will tell me. Eyes are the window to the soul, and they'll tell me everything I know. And there's and this is a chakra I'm always willing to work on, because we are in such a world where it's not really a world that like embraces intuition. So we're in a world that is not embraced by intuition. So, we have to often not trust our intuition. So trusting your intuition and trusting where you are and just feeling it in your body, feeling it where in your body do you feel a tug to? And it'll come across you like a pile of bricks. If somebody's not going to work well for you, it will come across in your intuition. You'll have a voice inside your head, or often it screams to me, don't work with this person. And often I ignored that, and no, it wasn't good. So yeah, work on all that by just doing like all of this intuition exercise, those intuition exercises, tarot cards, anything, you know, putting a line of crystals, having a line of crystals. You can do this with a person. What did I like? Which crystal did I pick up? Having the other person say which crystal did I pick up, and just only using your intuition and having that picture in your head. That's how you do it. And work on it. It's like a muscle. Work on it every single day. You'll able to correctly predict your client's outcomes, projections, everything when you have the Ahana chakra. And I'm wearing purple today for the Ahana. All right, last but not least, certainly not least, Sahasrara. As Lace did, she did this too, and I'm just going to briefly go over this. The crown chakra. It's all about your alignment, your overall alignment, how aligned you are with your purpose, where are you currently going, and how does it fit in with your overall vision in your business. Do you have a mission statement written up? Do you have what do you have written up right now in your current statement? What are you currently doing? And is it aligned to your overall vision, and is it aligned to what you do? That is what this is all about. The Sahasrara. Sahasrara is all about how connected you are with your spirit, with your vision, and of course how connected you are with source. What blocks do you have if you're not in alignment? You'll know if you're not in alignment. That's simple as that. If you're not in alignment with your vision, your crown chakra is off. If you're not doing things in integrity, that's also a sign. So, and then how do you heal it? You heal it by literally feeling in your body, in your crown, going you can go or in like the crown of your head. The crown of your head. Taking that deep breath in. And when you do that, you will feel like a tingle. You should feel a tingle on the crown of your head. And then ask, is this in alignment for me? Is this my vision? And is this what I intend to do with my vision? And if it is intended on what you want to do with your vision, it's pretty open. And if it's not, then you have to write out what your mission statement is. And that is what I want you to journal about at the end of the day. Journal your mission statement. Journal about your mission statement and journal what you want to do with your business. And see how everything that aligns with your chakras. And if that is in alignment, great. Then your crown chakra is open. So, what I want you, I have like a couple of offerings. If you want to work with me one-on-one, please go ahead, go to my links to fill out the form and like do all that. I do have a free course, How to Switch the Energy of Your Business, where I do explain all these in a little bit more detail. Here, follow me, Supriya.digital, everywhere you go. I do want to thank Abigail for this amazing summit. And everything. And I really hope you guys got value in all of this. And I really like this whole thing. So it's just, the chakras are such an important part of your life and in your business and what you want to achieve in your life. You can really manifest abundance and manifest quickly when you change all of that stuff, when you heal the chakras in your body, and you have that mindset, and think differently and have all that stuff. So that is how you can actually manifest abundantly through those. And when you heal all those, chakras, you can really just create so much endless abundance in yourself and in your business and in your life. You'll notice other things happening with your life too. So that is what I want to say. And really quickly, I want you to literally take a moment, take a deep breath. And this is how you can actually scan your body. So 4 deep breaths. Take a moment and just scan from bottom to top all of your chakras. If you find something, and while you're doing this, take a deep breath, relax. And I want you to scan your entire body, but then I want you to focus on the chakras. If you find something, if you find a chakra that's like a little bit like closed, and you'll know it because the color is not as bright as another. Find the chakra that's closed. Ask it questions. Dive in. Look in deep. Dive in, look in deep, and figure it out. Like imagine that there's a box. You can imagine even that there's a box there. Open it up. Unlock it. Take it out. And you'll find a book. And when you read the book, you'll see how to unblock it. I want you to open your eyes back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I really hope you guys had a great time with me. And you learn more about the chakras and learn how it works for you. Again, if you want to work with me, I left all my links in the description box. I really hope you guys had a lot of fun. Thank you, Abigail, and to the Light Summit. And I hope you guys watched the other videos because I know they were so powerful too. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye.